The next day, I went to community caring down at the health centre. It caters for all sorts. Steve, who runs it, said he's dead against what he calls the ghetto approach. What he's after is a nice mix of personality difficulties as being a fruitful exercise in problem solving and a more realistic model of society in general. There's a constant flow of coffee oiling the wheels, as Steve calls it, and we're all encouraged to ventilate our problems and generally let our hair down. I sometimes feel a bit out of it, as I don't have any particular problems. But this time, when Steve says, "Right now, lads and lasses, who is going to get the ball rolling?" I get in quick and tell them all about Mother and Mr. Turnbull. And when I've finished, Steve says, "Thank you, Graham, for sharing your problem with us. Who would like to kick it around?" First off the mark is Leonard, who wonders whether Graham has sufficiently appreciated that older people can have meaningful relationships as well as young people. This is not unsurprising coming from Leonard, as he is 65, but he doesn't have meaningful relationships. He's just been had up for exposing himself at Sainsbury's doorway. As Mother says, Tesco's, you could understand it. And then Janice chips in, "Have they been having sexual intercourse?" I said, "I don't know, I don't really want to think about it." And Steve says, "Why?" I said, "I don't know." He says, "Well, maybe what we should be talking about is why Graham is being so defensive about sexual intercourse." I said, "Look, Steve, I'm not being defensive about sexual intercourse. She's my mother." And then Jackie, who's 9 parts lesbian, says, "Graham, but she is a woman." I said, "I don't believe this, Jackie. You said you were against marriage." She said, "I'm not against a caring marriage, Graham." I said, "This isn't a caring marriage, Jackie." She said, "Well, what's Tenerife? All I got was a black eye and a day trip to Fleetwood."